So we are counting down to International Women's Day on the 8th of March. And I think every day is Women's Day. But since we have a particular date on the calendar, let's work with it. And I was just talking about the things we do to sabotage our lives. And then really we try and blame it on somebody else. And you know, men are very smart in this sense. When they see that phrase, the person you choose to marry is the most important decision you'll ever make, they take it seriously. Because when you think about it, all the guys you know in your life, you know, he used to have this, you know, pretty young thing. And then one day he dumped her and he married another chick. And when you find her, you're like, oh, she's smart. Pretty young thing was good, but he married a CEO. Now, women don't make a deliberate choice on the person they choose to partner with. And the reason that partner will be the most important decision you'll ever make is that person either is going to be your cheerleader or is going to be your hater. That person's either going to give you wings to fly or is going to drag you down. So we still don't make a real decision about the person we want to walk the journey with. And then, of course, we call minor kageni. No, it's not allowed. Stop it. The other thing we do is that we decide that nothing is our fault. We outsource everything. And for me, primarily, we outsource our relationship with God. We've forgotten that prayer is talking to God, and it doesn't matter what it is you're saying to him. And what we tend to do is let somebody else step in that circle and be a go-between between you and your God. If we actually decided to have a relationship with him, he would actually talk to us and we'll talk back to him. But I think one of the biggest ways we sabotage ourselves is we outsource our spiritual life to somebody else. You know, it's like it's a threesome, man. It's awkward. A relationship is a relationship. It's you and God. And I've checked, he says, I love you. Well, there can't be, you know, here's a kiss, pass it on to my guy. You know, don't outsource that. The other thing we tend to also be ridiculous about is our lives. And we tend to pick the circle of women who are toxic. Because we are very much like that. Misery loves company. So we're consistently telling somebody else that, there's this friend of mine, she's always talking about her problems. And then there's other one who doesn't like her job. And then there's other one who her children are all drug addicts. You don't understand that you're the average of the 5 people you hang out with. So if all those chicks you're talking about are crazy, so are you. Stop keeping the company of toxic people. But we consistently do it. Men don't have a problem dropping baggage. They're like, look, where I'm going, you can't come. And it's okay. You can talk badly about me. But we still don't seem to understand that if you don't edify my life, I can't have you around. And finally, I think we tend to not own up to anything. Nothing is our fault. Nothing. Nothing is in my control. If we started owning up to, you know what, I goofed there. You know what, I should never have been with him. You know what, I should never have bought that. The minute you start owning up to stuff that you know is your fault, you tend never to do it again. That's the magic of failure. You fail, and every time you pick yourself up, you do better. But nothing is of our fault, and nothing is in our control. And until we actually master that, we'll always be playing victim. And this many years later, and at this time and age, you can't. That's my message. But I'll still say, pretty please subscribe.